Do not forget that we work to serve the
Crowd's
citizenry.
pretty troublesome. Best be on my guard.
Many of those loyal to me have been demoted. Visit the tavern tonight if you've aught to discuss.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive. Where ought we to go now?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
You'll have to do well to beat today's gossip. Mayhap I ought find myself a veteran.
Still a while to go or finishes.
Well, mate, lots to do.
Made my legs ache of fright. All the best takes come from travelers at the inn.
Need anything? Many thanks. Need anything?
Nothing caught your eye? That's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Gold is...
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. hope to see you again. I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Tell is, Vermund was once a bee-string kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed, though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
What should I get up to? What should I get up to today?
No easy answers.
Welcome.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
What are you up to? Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? What a delight. Fancy a gander? Fine wares
Oh dear. What am I to do?
well met, sir. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
We ought take the...
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deez's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true... Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Do I disappoint you, Master?
Have a look.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. Go on, have a look. Pleasure doing business with you. Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Welcome, good sir. My services lie in the styling of hair and the painting of faces. Should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self. I'm glad of any business in these troubled times. Hope to see you again. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Suppose I'm tired.
Wonder what room is
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
each day is harder to bear.
Time to head to market, we think.
Arrived at last.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. The fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
sort of import ever happens here, anyhow.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I say.
My knees have been... What I can do for you?
Kill yourself! I'm counting on you!
I know you're made of sterner stuff than that.
Huh? Thanks, I suppose.
Now I've gone and stepped in it.
How dare you!
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
This battle is not yet done!
Quickly, Arisen! You must regain your footing!
What you... I've not trained for this. Time to be heading home.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Best check Tad stop before a customer comes along, please.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
"'Tis here that the bodies of those who fall in vermin are first kept and tended to. I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead." Perhaps you've a moment to spare, an ear to lend. Your patronage is much...
Alas, 'twould seem I've taken on too much.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Really now?
What was it I had planned for the
Sometimes
morrow?
this is the only place I can find peace.
Now, how best to proceed?
Let me get that. Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
I'm sure I can handle this.
Nattering all day is tiring work.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one Arisen has been upended, or Deeza's Arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are Arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests, and I need not turn my ear to Disa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
A place to quench one's thirst for knowledge, eh? I'll admit, 'tis an intriguing prospect.
Well now, I'm not sure.
What manner of madness is this?
Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey.
I shall heal you at once. Wait a moment.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns.
Not much going on.
aggravating. Coin's no good if you work yourself.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Now, how best to proceed?
Lonely place.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? We shall await you. You hear, Master?
Life is full of chances to further refine oneself.
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
A fine place to collect my thoughts.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. Would that all my ways were little pit. I've clean forgotten. I'd sooner stay out of battle were it possible.
Partial to a little quiet from time to time.
Somehow my feet always carry me here. I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Tis our duty to see this peace.
I would appreciate your...
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me!
Not that it will ever happen this, anyhow.
Head will grow if horse goes awry.
I fancy a kid. How to
Not at the
proceed?
expense of my duty.
Quiet at last.
I'm unsure how best to proceed.
'Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Silence cultivates wisdom.
Tis best you move along. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
My sword arm could use some work. My sword arm could use some work.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. This room turned up little of interest. but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Really inform us then. If aught were to happen to you.
It's not at the expense of my duty.
There's ought to be said for peace
Nary a gentle scratch on my arms and armor.
Somehow my feet always carry me. Up at dawn, dusk like dust.
Now, how best to proceed?
We have found a material.
Puts me in the mood for a song.
It's on me to bear what younger shoulders can't.
Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale to tell. Much obliged. I fear I have no wisdom to offer.
Isn't much to go on.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? You will want to hear this. 'Tis information of great. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. As for your destinations, the first is Trevo Mine, to the north. Next is Half Village. Finally, is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap, 'twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain here more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
Mystifying. Queen Regent Deeza appears to be working in concert with this P06 fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
My head hurts just thinking about it. Why? Why me?
Arms! Arms for the poor! grant those less fortunate. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Let us begin by gathering information.
I knew it to be so.
Where could Perhaps you could try asking...
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Good day, sir. Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
Good day, sir.
Please, sir. Please, sir. Don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults.
Is there aught I can assist you with? Is there aught I can assist you with? I must be grateful. At least I have a full bed.
I'm dead on my feet, but I've much to do yet. Life's been pretty kind to me. Feel eyes on my back.
It's just another way to save your own skin.
Every minute of this existence
The
is
heavens have forsaken us. All is lost.
I ain't gonna make any coin here.
I never should have come here.
fails to calm my spirit.
What am I to do? What I deserve.
What about this place?
Must we beg for guidance? Can't we make our own way? This seems to be unfair. What teachings might salve the people's woes?
Please, sir, don't tell nobody what...
At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
True faith will come from the spirit. This place now fails to calm my spirit. I know so little of this world. Wickedness has no power. This world will be
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
It's no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery. I wonder what it was Malcolm found.
Make it quick. I ain't got all day. You fond of those?
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the high road. Now, that's not so strange, but guess who I saw riding in it? Poor little Daphne. I doubted my eyes, I did. And rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. The resemblance was so uncanny, I mistook him for her. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think a young noble should so closely mirror a girl of the slums. Their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day. Aye, 'tis a cruel world we inhabit. Every minute of his existence...
I thought...
Pray, sir, have you aught to spare?
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them myself.
What am I to do? I need not pity, sir, but
I spend my days in quiet reflection. You ought to be ashamed of your... This is a place of prayer. I spend my days in quiet reflection.
you ought to be ashamed of...
My prayers will surely be...
Please, sir.
My prayers will surely
hair stand alone.
Do I disappoint you, Master?
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Don't we have a report to make, Master?
Let the Reaper claim me.
Anything could be lurking here.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? And perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly.
Take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it.
I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze. Let us make haste.
There's no thrill quite like finding a hidden chamber. Let's keep a lookout for suspicious walls and the like.
Be sure to keep your wits about you.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind.
I knew it to be so. Is there no getting through this door?
Ho ho! That was a sight to behold! I can do no less in service to the Arisen.
I concur.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
True enough.
Be on your guard. There are... innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
We must be ready for anything.
This place is amazing. I knew I'd find something down here.
The books ne'er seem to end. Who could have brought them here, I wonder?
A profitable endeavor.
This is a poor remuneration for our efforts, I must say.
Rarely have I felt so empty.
Cover these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
I overheard.
Prepare to engage!
What teachings my son causes music to play too loud? Worked hard today. I think I've earned a rest.
May tomorrow be as uneventful as today.
I don't know what to do. What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were.